What's going on, everyone? So today's video is going to be different than usual. I'm currently in Dubai because I'm teaching a fitness seminar here, and I thought, I haven't posted some content in a while because I've been quite busy with the seminar itself. Let me walk you through a workout. I'll be training, so I want to show you how I typically perform my training sessions. I'm currently running an upper-lower full body split. So I'm doing an upper body day, lower body day, and 2 full body days. And today I'll basically show you a full body training session with 6 compound movements, all heavy stuff, real raw exercises. And we'll basically just head straight into the gym and I'll show you my exercises. Now we are at TK MMA Fit. Shout out to the manager. Great rooftop gym environment. Check this out, guys. Plenty of equipment. It's time to put in the work. So the first exercise we're going to do is a low incline dumbbell bench press. I purposely like to start with an incline press because research clearly shows that the exercise you perform first in your workouts is where you build the most muscle and where you get the most progress. I want to build up my upper chest more, so the incline bench press is what we're going for. And with the low incline angle, because if you go too much of an incline, it's going to be a lot more shoulders and less upper chest, and the upper chest is what we're going for. So I'll show you the exercise right now. We are going for 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions with a full range of motion. Check how I'm fully stretching my chest on the way down and also coming all the way up for a good contraction. It's also key you actually push yourself on each set. I keep no more than 1 repetition in reserve after a set of the incline press. As you can see, I want to make sure that I keep my elbows slightly tucked during the incline bench press. If we look at the upper chest muscle fiber anatomy, we see that the muscle fibers run diagonally up. Keeping the elbows slightly tucked, as you see here, helps you press in this diagonal path and better align the resistance with your upper pec fibers. If I keep my elbows like this and then perform the press, it's a lot more shoulder action, less chest. So keep that in mind whenever you perform the exercise. What I also like about the low incline dumbbell bench press is that you can lift relatively heavier weights. When you go do an incline dumbbell bench press, you typically lift less weights than on a flat bench press, right? While the low incline is a middle ground, so you can still go pretty hard. This is my 3rd and last set, definitely feeling the chest burn. Great way to start a full body day. Next up, it's time for some pull-ups. We just trained the chest with a low incline dumbbell bench press. Now it's time to give the back some well-deserved attention. And I love pull-ups. If you know me, you know pull-ups are one of my staples in my back training overall. So let's go into it. I am performing 3 sets of pull-ups with maximum repetitions on all sets. I actually wanted to do weighted pull-ups but could not find the belt, so we are just doing high rep bodyweight work. I like to superset the pull-ups with the 3rd exercise, which is bodyweight dips. So we kind of have a superset of bodyweight exercises, compound bodyweight exercises, by doing pull-ups and dips combination. I'll show you how the dip is done real quick. So with the bodyweight dip, I want to focus more on my chest. To accomplish this, I need to make sure I lean forward slightly while doing the dip, because then now I kind of mimic a decline press if you look at the pressing angle. If I stay more upright, it's a lot more my triceps that get worked rather than the chest. So lean forward and then get some good repetitions in to stimulate the chest. Because we perform this as a superset with the pull-ups, you can go pretty high rep, more muscle fatigue based rather than maximum weight, but definitely a good chest stimulation, triceps pump. I'm gonna go for a set of about 20. You are looking at the last few dip repetitions here, especially with bodyweight movements. It's key you actually push yourself close to muscle failure to get the benefits. With the pull-ups, I also perform around 18 to 20 repetitions per set to reach muscle failure. So sometimes people experience some shoulder discomfort while doing the dip. If that's the case with you, you don't have to go all the way down, right? Like, see how deep I'm going here? You can perhaps stop at parallel, right? Just so that there's less stress on the shoulder joint. But I do like to go full range of motion here, so really stretching out the chest. And that's because my shoulder mobility is able to tolerate that. But that's really individual, so check what works for you in essence. Now we have completed the superset of 3 sets of pull-ups and dips. It's time for the next movement. So the 4th exercise is a barbell row. I'm going to do legs after this, and I see the barbell row as a very nice warm-up for my lower back, while I'm able to also give the upper back some extra stimulation. So I'm not going to go too heavy here because it's a full body workout, just 60 kilograms, high repetition barbell rows, so I have a little bit of energy left for the back squat. Romanian deadlifts is coming up after this. Now when it comes to the barbell row, what I like to do, slightly outside of shoulder width grip, more flared elbows, so that it's more upper back stimulation. So like this, and then pulling towards the upper stomach. Really good squeeze and also a good stretch at the bottom. And that's what we're going to do. We have 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions on the barbell rows. And again, the focus is on having proper form. To set up the exercise, place the barbell over your midfoot and deadlift it up like you would do a regular deadlift. Then go down, bring the bar slightly below your knees. This is a great starting point for the row. After these 3 sets of barbell rows, we finished the first 4 upper body focused exercises of the full body session. Now it's time to move on. So after training the upper body, it's now time to give the legs some love, right? So as you can see behind me, I have the barbell back squat. I will perform 1 warm-up set just to get the lower body groovy, and then we'll head into the working sets. So first warm-up set, I like to do roughly 70% of my working weight. So just 5 repetitions to warm up, and here we go. All right, so now it's time for set 1. Here we have 120 kilograms as the actual working weight. We are going for 3 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. And once again, not compromising on form by hitting good squatting depth. So whenever I do a full body day, I love to do squats. Very compound movement for the lower body, of course. Quadriceps, glutes, adductors get worked hard. It's just a nice feeling you get whenever you do heavy squats. It's a great workout, you can tell by the way I'm breathing. So it's really one of my favorites. This is the last back squat set right here. Definitely feeling the fatigue from our first exercises, but that's part of the full body workout experience. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last exercise, the barbell Romanian deadlift. So we have many compound movements, right? Incline bench press, we got the dips, we got the pull-ups, we have the back squats, of course, rows. Now it's time to finish off with some hamstrings, glute stimulation. All compound movements what we have covered. So a strong ending with some Romanian deadlifts. Let's get into it. We have 100 kilograms here on the barbell for a solid 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. With the Romanian deadlift, one very key tip, we're training a hip hinge here. Meaning that you really want to focus on hinging back, right? It's not about what's happening at your knees, it's what's happening at your hips. A common mistake you see people make during the Romanian deadlift, they treat it as a regular deadlift, right? So they go down, let their knees travel forward. As you can see, a lot of quadricep work. Sure, the hamstrings and glutes are a little bit involved, but what happens if I push my hips back? Like now it's pure hamstring and glute work, right? This is how a proper Romanian deadlift should look from the side. Clean hip hinge, focused on stretching those hamstrings at the bottom of the movement. And now we have all 6 exercises completed. That was the full body session. As you saw, simple, raw compound exercises. There's no need to complicate your training. We really focused on the fundamentals. And let me know in the comments below if you're curious to hear more about my training routine. Perhaps I can even do a full video about how I organize my training sessions. And it's probably also time to show you a new training program, right? Like, I want to say 3 years ago, I shared the 3-day full body routine. It's time for an update. If that's something that sounds cool to you, let me know in the comments below. I'll create a new training program, an example training routine, perhaps a 4-day routine, and I will make sure that's in the works. For now, that's all for today's video. We'll be back to the regular content schedule next week. I appreciate your patience and your support as usual. If you like this video, then leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next one.